You know what I'm a huge fan of? The Sonic Saturday morning cartoon. It just had so many cool stories and characters. My favorite character was the half-organic, half-robot Bunnie. I always loved that her last name was Rabbot, to be a combination of rabbit and robot. Whoa, wait a minute. Nobody on YouTube has created a 10 facts list for Bunnie Rabbot? Oh, I am so all over that. Greetings, I'm KyleUniverse, and this is 10 facts about Sonic the Hedgehog's Bunnie Rabbot.
Number 10.
So it comes to no surprise that Bunnie is known for being the character who is half animal, half robot. Yeah, I know, thanks Captain Obvious. But what you might not know is that her percentage of animal and robot body wasn't always the same. Now, her final design has her with a robotic arm and legs. So in the planning stage for what Bunnie's body was going to look like, one design had everything from the waist down roboticized, while another had her entire body be robotic with the exception of her head. That would have been an interesting one. But they ultimately just decided to go with her left arm and legs.
Number 9.
Bunnie's voice actor is Christine Cavanaugh. You've seen or rather heard her work in other 90s cartoons. Chucky from Rugrats, Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, Oblina in All Real Monsters, and Goslin from Darkwing Duck.
Number 8.
Originally in the script planning stages of the show, Bunnie was going to be romantically interested in Rotor. However, this idea was dropped and doesn't appear anywhere in the series. Or does it? Today, if you watch this show, the only remnant of this idea can be seen in the intro where Bunnie and Rotor can be seen dancing together right before the title card.
Number 7.
With being almost half robot, you would think that it would make for an interesting story to tell how she got that way, like a flashback or something. But unfortunately, no episode exists that dives into this subject. However, there was planned to be a sequence that ultimately got cut that showed Bunnie inside a roboticizer and Princess Sally disabling the machine to save her. But doesn't do it in time, and half of her body is roboticized.
Number 6.
I always like the sound that Bunnie makes when she lands in the episode Ultrasonic. Ha! Let's listen to that again. Okay, moving on.
Number 5.
In the Sonic the Hedgehog comic series, Bunnie's design is much different than how she previously appeared in the cartoons. She was given longer hair and had a more Western appearance that closely matched her heavy Southern accent. It's really cool actually. Which design do you prefer? The original one or the new one?
Number 4.
Even though Bunnie is known for both the cartoon and the comic book corner of the Sonic franchise, she did in fact appear in one official video game, but only extremely briefly. In the widely acclaimed game, and you know I'm just making that up, Sonic Spinball, after you beat the first level, you play a mini-game where you have to rescue some of your friends from roboticizers. When you break these devices with the ball, the characters/animals fly out, and one of them is Bunnie.
Number 3.
Follow up to the last fact, even though Bunnie only appeared in one video game, she was planned to be a playable character in another game. At that time, it was called Sonic Mars, which would have included multiple aspects of the cartoon into it. You ever hear of that canceled game Sonic Extreme? Yeah, they're the same game. Sonic Mars got reworked into Sonic Extreme and then was canceled.
Number 2.
Bunnie's roboticized body has two explanations in the comic books. Of course, this has to do with the series being somewhat rebooted in 2013. While her original story has her getting put into a roboticizer, and Sonic and Rotor come to rescue her, and she then becomes a freedom fighter, her new origin has her body badly damaged by an explosion, and Uncle Chuck replaces her broken limbs with cybernetic parts.
Number 1.
In the comics, Bunnie and Antoine are married. What? I know, right? If you're only familiar with the cartoon, you might think that this is really odd because the two characters have no chemistry and the majority of the time, Antoine is trying to win Sally's affection. But yeah, imagine that. I can honestly say that when I started reading the comics from the very beginning, I never would have seen that coming. Well, there we have it. Bunnie Rabbot now has a 10 facts list on YouTube. And I'm actually surprised. I would have thought that Bunnie would have had a stronger fan base, and even though she doesn't really appear in much nowadays, if at all, maybe this video will help draw more attention to her. We'll see.